Sorcery Contested Realm is a highly collectible TCG, but it's missing a key element. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name is Louie, and I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Welcome to Game Grove, my local game store. Hopefully you know all about that, and you know that you can support the channel and support the store by ordering online at gamegrove.gg. Today, I want to have a conversation about Sorcery Contested Realm. Indie TCGs, in my opinion, have one of the coolest elements that you are starting at the beginning of this Indie TCG's lifespan. Whereas Magic the Gathering, if you start collecting, there's no way that you're going to collect all 22,000 Magic the Gathering cards. But with Sorcery and other indie TCGs, you're starting at the beginning. And one of the biggest things I hear from a store owner and as a collector and person who talks about indie TCGs often is, yeah, I will hop into that because there's not this element of having to catch up. And one of the things that people love to do that you don't see happening much anymore in Pokemon, a little bit in Pokemon, but in Magic, is set collecting. And most cards then, as a result, have set numbers. But you may have noticed this on the alpha box openings. Sorcery has chosen to not have any set numbers on their cards. And this is kind of a wild decision. Actually, when somebody asked me before I posted my box opening, they just reached out and they're like, Louie, I know you've opened your box already. What is your thoughts on Sorcery? I said, it's a 9 out of 10. They said, what is it missing? And I said, it doesn't have any set numbers. I don't know how many cards are in the set, and I don't know where to put it in a binder if I decide to binder it. And so that for me was a negative, and I actually reached out to the team. I just asked them, what was your thought process behind this? And so this is a response, and I'm gonna give you kind of my opinion, hearing the response, and give you some ideas on how you may organize your collection in your binder. So their thoughts are, number one, they don't want to take away from the artwork. They don't want to take away and add different elements to the cards that removes the opportunity to have more space for the artwork to shine. And if you know anything about Sorcery, you know that Sorcery is one of their main components, one of their main things that they want you to see in their game is that the artwork matters, is important, and has been intentionally done. And so I understand their idea of taking something away in order to highlight something that they want you to see and highlight something that is really important to their uniqueness as a TCG with the hand-painted artwork and the investment and time that they have put into that. So I totally understand that, and I also think that this is a common thing in other TCGs, that the frame and everything, all the symbols and everything just kind of convolutes the artwork and it leaves the picture looking really busy. And I don't like that. So I do like the idea that Sorcery is intentionally removing stuff that is excess or not needed in order to make things look simpler and better. But that doesn't solve everything. And one of the things that they said is they don't want you to be hamstrung, or they don't want to shoestring you or force you to collect in any specific way. They want you to have the freedom to collect the game and organize your binders however you want. And you may be saying, Louie, a card number on the bottom is not going to stop me from putting it in any order I want in the binders. But actually, I think it kind of does. And as I analyzed my history of collecting, I thought back to Pokemon, where I always wanted to put Pokemon in a binder with the Pokedex and go in Pokedex order. But then when I wondered, do I have the full set? It just didn't work because it wasn't in the order of the set. So then I inevitably ended up just putting all the cards in order, in set number order rather than Pokedex order. And I always felt a little bit like, man, I don't have it the way that I want it. So I do respect and like the idea that in Sorcery, you can choose to collect these cards and organize them in your binder however you want. If you want to put them alphabetically, you can put them just straight alphabetically. If you want to put them in order based on like alphabetical and in the colors that they are, you can do that. If you want to do alphabetical in rarity, you can do it that way. And there's nothing that stops you from doing it. There's nothing that says, hey, in your binder, this is out of order as a result of this number on the card. So I do like the freedom of that standpoint. Now here's some of the negatives I think when you do this. Number one, it is going to be difficult to find out what cards you are missing. In order to do that, there's no check sheet, there's no checklist. Pokemon used to have like checklists in their tops products. This is really cool. This is all the artists. This just shows you how much they care about the artists that they included this in the box toppers. But there's no checklist that says, hey, I own every single one of these cards and you're marking it off. In order to do that, you're going to have to use some sort of external website or document. Hopefully Curiosa.io, they'll have some sort of, I don't know if they do already, but they'll have some sort of collection thing where you can check off where you collect. That would be something I hope that Eric and the team see and intentionally make easy for you to have your own app or website or wherever you log in, that you can keep track of your collection and know, yeah, I collected all 400 and whatever cards from this set. And even though there's no order, because with other TCGs, you just kind of put it and you see a hole in your binder, right? Where you're like, oh, I'm missing card number 23. It's really easy for me to identify that. Now I'll go and figure out what number card or what card number 23 is, and I'll order it or I'll pick it up or I'll trade for it. And that's how you create your trade list. I hope they create a way, and maybe there already is on Curiosa.io, a way to collect and intentionally understand what you are missing from your collection, because that will be something that if you are collecting sorcery, something that you'll have to figure out. Now, I also do like the idea that when you are collecting, you don't have to necessarily worry about the number of cards that you have as it pertains to gameplay. If you have to force yourself, one of the things I always feel like is, what size binder do you get, right? Like where you have to force yourself to get play sets and put them in the order that they are in and that kind of stuff. This kind of frees you up to not have to have everything within a binder in the order. In my mind, it does anyway, just the way that I collect. So anyway, I would love to hear how you will organize your binders and how you will organize your cards. Are you going to do alphabetically or by rarity or by color and that kind of stuff? And I would love to know what your thoughts are on this missing collector piece in the set number not being on the cards. Hopefully you're having yourself a great day. Remember, if you're looking to pre-order beta, alpha is shipping. It seems like it's going to be getting into the ports in the next week or two, which is really exciting. Seems like some areas already have their stuff going through customs. So alpha, I think, will be in your guys' hands like June, like mid-June, and that's like, not that far away. So hopefully you love the product, but if you are missed out on that and you are looking to order beta, you can go to gamegrove.gg and support the local game store that is here in West Virginia, and support the channel. And I love it. I appreciate you guys for doing that. It's awesome. And we will have that up. It's getting sold out. Like, it is definitely a limited pre-order, so it is on its way to being sold out. Anyway, hopefully you have yourself a fantastic day. Be kind to the people around you, and we'll see you again next video.